Hey everybody, Freddie here with something a bit new, a bit different, and maybe even a bit exciting. A lot of people oftentimes ask me like, what program do you use to create your intros, or how did you do that effect or that animation or stuff like that. So I thought I would show you the process of creating this spooky little intro that I used for my Halloween video, and that probably started off this video as well, unless I changed my mind about that between recording this and actually editing the video that I'm making right here. But yeah, I didn't include the SFM part where I just post the scout because I didn't really do a lot there. I didn't do any lighting. I decided to do all that in Photoshop, and the posing itself was really simple. It was just, it was supposed to look lifeless, so it was really simple to do. It's supposed to be like a doll on ropes. So I just dropped that straight into Photoshop and got to work. And I'm kind of happy with how it turned out. I'm not super happy because usually when it comes to TF2 and Halloween stuff, there's a bit of humor or charm involved, and I tried to do that with my videos too, but I'm not sure if I did anything like humorous with this. It's just kind of creepy. I was just thinking to myself as I was creating this that, am I like going too far with this? Is this still TF2-ish, or is this just fucked up? Like, is this just a dead scout hanging from ropes? I was trying to go for a marionette creepy thing, and the reason I decided to go this direction with the intro was that I heard the music that I used for the intro. I heard that, and I was like, damn, that's pretty creepy. And so I decided I wanted to do something with it. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I knew I wanted to do something. And it had to be creepy, because you hear that shit, it's like a music box. It's like a scary movie where there's a little child with a music box and they slowly turn around, and it's super scary for some reason. I don't know why children are so scary, but they are. That's like the creepiest thing in movies, when there's a little child laughter. Anyways, that's totally beside the point here. So what I did mostly was just draw on the things that I wanted to change about the scout. Like, I just drew on the mouth and a little bit of eye shadow there, or eyeliner, I don't know makeup terms. And to start off with, I thought those eyes looked absolutely awful, but then I just kind of moved on and focused on other parts of the scout and kind of forgot about it. But eventually it started looking nice to me without me even doing anything more to it. So I guess sometimes it's just good to take a break from something and then realize that maybe it didn't look so bad after all. Alright, here you can see me drawing in little joints on its fingers to make it look more like a doll. And I was gonna do that for the entire scout, in the elbows and the shoulders and the knees. But I quickly realized that there aren't that many joints visible on the scout, so I only ended up doing the fingers, and less work for me is better. So this is kind of what I do. I had a bit of an idea coming into this. I wanted to make him a doll, and at this point, as I'm adding in the little ropes, holding him up like that, that idea is pretty much done. But the thing with me is that when I start working on something in Photoshop and I don't give up in like the first 5 minutes, which happens a lot, I'm like, fuck it, I can't do this, this is too hard. I give up and then I move on to another project. But when I don't do that, I just kind of get a feeling, I get into the groove, and then I just start adding on stuff. Like, I forget the original idea. I just keep going with it, which I'm not sure is a good thing, but it is something. It leads to ideas evolving. I don't know if they evolve to anything better than what they were to begin with, but they're different at least. So I started out just adding these little spooky, wispy blue flame thingies around the scout. I don't know what that's supposed to be, but it looked like spooky. I don't know. I drew a lot of inspiration from the Reaper of Souls expansion for Diablo 3, if any of you are familiar with that. And at this point, I'd pretty much completely forgotten about the whole doll idea, and I decided to fuck up the nails of the Scout and make them yellow like a dead guy's nails. I don't know what happened there. More wispy stuff at this point, and I'm just going crazy, adding in stuff. You'll also see me doing a lot of lighting effects here, and that's something that I can sit around in Photoshop doing for a very long time. Like, I oftentimes add lighting, and I think I'm done, but then later on in the project I'm like, oh, I should add lighting, and I just add a little bit more, and when I toggle the before and after at that point, it always looks better with more lighting. I don't know when to stop really, so I just gotta kind of stop myself eventually. And this is my favorite part, of course, of any project involving the fast learner on the Scout, which is fixing the fast learner by painting in the parts that shouldn't be there, or erasing parts of it. That's always fun. I know there is a fixed version of it somewhere on the workshop, but I don't really know how to use it, so I just kind of paint it in. It doesn't take too long. And also, by the way, I should have said this at the beginning of this commentary, but sorry for all the weird artifacting that's going on with the brush and all that. Turns out that Bandicam is an absolutely awful program for recording your screen. So if you know any alternatives to that, I would gladly hear them. So at this point I'm just adding in a bit of lighting from the top, and I'm done with the Photoshop portion. After that I just added all these things into After Effects and spaced the layers out in 3D space. Made a version where the Scout is looking down, and, you know, added in a bit of scary sound effects, a bit of swinging to the Scout, a bit of music, of course, and then you have a spooky intro. So again, if there's interest for more of this stuff, I would gladly do it. If there's a project that involves more of the SFM stuff, then maybe I'll showcase that as well, because I'm willing to wager that a lot of people are interested in that part as well, but there wasn't much SFMing going on with this one, as I said, so I decided to skip that part. So just give me a comment in the comment section below, and I'll take a look at it. Thank you for watching. Bye.